On March 24, 2026, Aaron Rodgers revealed something that froze the entire NFL in place. There's no deadline, no contract offer, absolutely nothing. The Steelers wait, the coaches wait, millions of fans wait. But where's the four-time MVP? He's on a ski trip with his wife. So here's the question nobody can answer. Will he ever commit to Pittsburgh, or is this finally the year he walks away for good? The Pittsburgh Steelers made a huge bet last June. They gave Aaron Rodgers a one-year deal worth $13.65 million. That contract came with a $10 million signing bonus and $10 million guaranteed. Rodgers led them to a 10-7 record. They made the playoffs. Then the Houston Texans ended their season in the wild card round. Mike Tomlin stepped down after that loss. The Steelers hired Mike McCarthy as their new head coach. McCarthy had been the Green Bay Packers coach for most of Rodgers' 21-year run with them. They won the Super Bowl together 15 years ago. The ultimate irony? McCarthy won that Super Bowl against the Steelers in their own stadium. Now, he's returning to his hometown of Pittsburgh, hoping the same quarterback who helped him beat the Steelers will now help him lead them. That's important because right now, in March 2026, nobody knows if McCarthy and Rodgers will team up again. Let's rewind to what happened last year. Rodgers was a free agent in 2025. Free agency opened on March 12th. Rodgers did not sign. April came. He still didn't sign. May came. Still nothing. By June 5th, nearly 3 months after free agency started, Rodgers finally agreed to a one-year deal with Pittsburgh. It was right before mandatory minicamp. The timing was tight. Since today is March 25th, say, free agency started exactly 2 weeks ago today, and the silence from the South Side is deafening. Aaron Rodgers remains unsigned. On the Pat McAfee show on March 4th, Rodgers said it plainly. There's been no deadline put in front of me. There's no contract offer or anything, so there's nothing I'm having to debate between. I'm a free agent and I'm enjoying my time with my wife and this part of the offseason. He's been on a ski trip. He's laying low. He's not in any rush. This shocked everyone because the NFL world expected a faster timeline this year. Here's why this matters. The Steelers cannot build their roster until they know if Rodgers is coming back. Head coach Mike McCarthy called it a great story during an interview this week. But McCarthy also admitted the uncertainty is difficult. I don't know if he's going to play, McCarthy said. I would love to tell everybody breaking news, but it's really cool to see Aaron at 42, to see a young man at 22 and all of what he's been able to accomplish and where he's at in his personal life and trying to make the decision. McCarthy's respect for Rodgers is clear, but respect doesn't solve the problem. Here's what we know about Rodgers' 2025 performance. He threw 3,322 passing yards. He had 24 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. He completed 66% of his passes. ESPN ranked him 16th in completion percentage and 23rd in QBR. These numbers are not MVP level, but for a 42-year-old, they're solid. They're good enough to matter. Rodgers showed more mobility last year, too. Coaches noticed him moving better in the pocket. He was sharper on the edges. His quick release and coverage recognition remained sharp. Scouts still see him as a capable starter, not just a backup plan. But here's the rehook. He's 42 years old. When the 2026 season starts, he'll be 43 by December. This would be his 22nd year in the NFL. That's a lot of mileage. That's a lot of reasons to walk away. Cam Hayward, a Steelers star, talked to Rodgers this week. Hayward said something important. He sounded great. He sounded like he was at peace, but he still loves ball. I think he's going to play. Hayward has been around Rodgers for a full season now. He watches how Rodgers treats teammates. He's saying Rodgers will play. But Hayward didn't say where. That's the million-dollar question. Matthew Berry from NBC Sports had sources at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis early March. These sources said Rodgers was leaning towards playing at least one more year with the Steelers. That's positive. That's a signal. But leaning towards is not a commitment. It's not a signature on a contract. ESPN's Adam Schefter went on national TV and said the Steelers are hopeful and optimistic on Rodgers returning. Schefter explained the Steelers' strategy. They are hoping Aaron Rodgers comes back, and if he doesn't, they would then be prepared to have Will Howard and Mason Rudolph on the roster. Will Howard was a 6th-round pick in 2025. He's a developmental quarterback. Mason Rudolph has been with the Steelers for years. Schefter finished with this. They don't feel rushed and compelled to go out and add anybody right now. The Steelers are stuck waiting. They can't add a veteran quarterback because Rodgers might take that job. They can't commit money or draft picks to other positions because the salary cap might shift. They're in limbo. And it's affecting how every other team views them too. This pattern is now 4 years in the making. Starting in 2022, when the Green Bay Packers drafted Jordan Love, Rodgers became unpredictable about his future. He's made it a pattern to wait, to think, to take time away from football. Some people see it as thoughtfulness. Some people see it as indecision. Either way, it costs the team massive planning time. Nick Wright from Fox Sports has been the harshest critic. He said the Steelers should move forward with a different quarterback instead of waiting for Rodgers. Wright called the situation difficult to justify when other urgent roster needs exist. But here's what we don't know yet. Is Rodgers going to sign with Pittsburgh? Is he going to test the market with other teams? Is he going to retire? The league expects an answer closer to the NFL draft. That's still weeks away. The draft happens in Pittsburgh in 2026. If Rodgers hasn't decided by then, the Steelers will be making draft picks without knowing their quarterback situation. That's chaos in the planning room. Other teams are watching too. The backup quarterback market is active, but the top prize remains Aaron Rodgers. Every team would take him if he became available. Every team would wait if the Steelers wouldn't. That's the power Rodgers holds right now. Here's the rehook again. Rodgers just made his biggest announcement by saying there is no announcement. That shocked everyone because the entire NFL thought we'd have answers by March. We don't. At 42, turning 43 this December, in his 22nd year in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers is still deciding his future. The Steelers and Mike McCarthy are still waiting. Cam Hayward thinks he'll play. Insiders think he's leaning Pittsburgh. But Rodgers himself, he's skiing. He's laying low. He's taking his time. That ski trip announcement on the Pat McAfee show was the huge news that shocked everyone because everyone expected rushing. Everyone expected decisions. Instead, they got silence. They got patience. They got another wait just like last year. When Aaron Rodgers finally commits, it will shake the entire NFL because every team's plans change based on his choice. Every playoff projection shifts. Every depth chart gets redrawn. For now, he holds all the power. And he's in no hurry to use it. That's the shock. That's the announcement. Aaron Rodgers is doing exactly what he did last year. He's taking his time. And the NFL is waiting.